Hey guys, in our last video we discussed how the Highborne's reckless use of magic from the Well of Eternity had sent ripples spiralling out into the Great Dark Beyond, gaining the attention of Sargeras and his Burning Legion. With Sargeras' attention drawn to Azeroth, he gathered his Burning Legion, a million screaming demons all ripped from the far corners of the universe that hungered for conquest, and made their way towards our unsuspecting world. Sargeras' lieutenants, Archimonde the Defiler and Manaroth the Destructor, prepared their infernal minions to strike. Azshara, the Queen of the Night Elves, who had been reveling in the Well of Eternity's magic, was overwhelmed by the immense ecstasy the magic gave her. With her mind and will weakened, she fell victim to Sargeras' power and agreed to grant him entrance to our world. Even the Highborne servitors gave themselves over to the magic's corruption and aided their queen in opening a vast swirling portal within the depths of the Well of Eternity. With the portal open, Sargeras launched his catastrophic invasion into our world. His warrior demons of the Burning Legion came into Azeroth through the Well of Eternity and laid siege to the Night Elves' surrounding cities. Led by Archimonde and Manaroth, the Burning Legion swarmed over the lands of Kalimdor. The demon warlocks called down their searing infernals, the bloodletting doomguards marched across fields slaughtering everyone in their path, and packs of wild demonic fellhounds ravaged the countryside. Though the brave Kaldorei warriors rushed in defense of their homelands, they were forced to give ground inch by inch before the fury of the Legion's onslaught. As the Kaldorei were being overcome by the Burning Legion, Malfurion's Stormrage had to find help for his people. Malfurion, whose own brother, Illidan, practiced the Highborne's magics, was incensed by the corruption among the upper class. Malfurion convinced Illidan to forsake his dangerous obsession, and they set out to find Cenarius to muster a resistance force. The young priestess Tyrande agreed to help the brothers. Although Malfurion and Illidan shared a love for Tyrande, her heart belonged to Malfurion alone. Illidan resented his brother's romance with Tyrande, but knew his heartache was nothing compared to the pain of his magical addiction. Illidan struggled with his addiction to the Well of Eternity's magic. However, with the help of Tyrande, he was able to restrain himself and help his brother find the reclusive demigod Cenarius, who dwelt within the sacred moonglades of the distant Mount Hyjal. Cenarius agreed to help the Night Elves by finding the ancient dragons and enlisting their aid. The dragons, led by the Red Leviathan Alexstrasza, agreed to send their mighty flight to engage the demons and their infernal masters. Cenarius called upon the spirits of the enchanted forests and rallied an army of ancient tree men and led them against the Legion in a daring ground assault. As the Night Elves' allies converged upon Azshara's temple at the Well of Eternity, all warfare broke out. Despite their strengths, Malfurion and his enlisted allies realized that the Legion could not be defeated by martial strength alone. As the battle raged on around her, the delusional Azshara waited in anticipation for the arrival of Sargeras. The Destroyer of Worlds was to pass through the Well of Eternity and enter the now battle-scarred world. As he came closer to the well's raging surface, Azshara gathered her powerful Highborne followers because only by linking their magics together in one focused spell could they create a gateway large enough for Sargeras to enter. As the battle raged across the burning fields of Kalimdor, a terrible event unfolded. Although the details have been lost to time, it is known that Neltharion, the dragon aspect of the earth, went mad during his critical engagement against the Burning Legion. In the deep places of the world where he was assigned to be the protector, the imprisoned old gods had been whispering in his ear, turning his mind to madness. Though no one knew this, he began to split apart as his rage manifested in flame, erupting from his dark hide. Renaming himself to Deathwing, the burning dragon turned on his brethren and drove the dragonflights away from the battlefield. Deathwing's sudden betrayal was so devastating that the 5 dragonflights never truly recovered. Alexstrasza and the other noble dragons were forced to abandon their mortal allies. Malfurion and his companions were now hopelessly outnumbered and barely survived the ensuing onslaught. Malfurion was convinced that the Well of Eternity was the demon's link to the physical world and insisted that it should be destroyed. His companions, knowing that the well was the source of their immortality and powers, were horrified by the rash notion. Yet Tyrande saw sense in Malfurion's theory, so she convinced Cenarius and their comrades to storm Azshara's temple to find a way to shut down the Well of Eternity. This massive battle and its ensuing incidents is known as the War of the Ancients, and next time we will be looking at exactly how the war was resolved. So if you're interested to find out what happens next, please make sure you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, guys. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Arcanate, and I'll catch you next time. Eternity fed the world, it attracted a tribe of nocturnal humanoids who were mesmerized by the lake's power. These nomadic humanoids decided to inhabit the shores of the lake, where over time, the well's energies would affect their evolution, making them strong, wise,